Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This is You Have Beauty Care Choices, and I'm Jennifer Coy, the CEO of Beauty Care Choices. Today's show is about Bodyography. Bodyography is a cosmetic brand that I've known of for quite some time. But we have with us today Leib, who is the co-founder and creative director of Bodyography. I'm very excited to have her with us. She's got at least 10 years experience with Bodyography, but then also started kind of in trend forecasting, and then kind of has grown as the brand's complete executive director on its focus and new products. She's an inventor creating new brands. So welcome to the show, Leib. Hi.
Hi, thank you for that wonderful introduction. Inventor. I'm going to add that to my official list.
I think you should, because I think it's really cool that you are an inventor. You're creating these amazing new products, cosmetics, and it's actually one side of the beauty business that I don't know much about, the manufacturing and invention side. So I have a little bit of an awe for it. I'm a little jealous.
It's definitely the most challenging aspect, but I think obviously the options are endless. So it's like diving into a treasure chest of color and texture and pigments and packaging. I mean, it really is endless what you can do. So it's fun, challenging but fun.
So you are Bodyography is owned by the Robanda company, correct? And it's a three-generation beauty. Tell us about the history of your family in the beauty industry and the company, different brands that Robanda has that you get to be involved with.
Sure. So Robanda International was started by my dad over 20 years ago. At the company, my dad, my cousin, my grandparents, my uncle, we all work here together, along with our other wonderful team members, and we've been doing professional beauty brands for 20 years. So whether it's acquiring a brand, flipping it, growing it, innovating it, or starting from scratch. So everything from head to toe, hot tools and pedicure, manicure, body care, skin care. We have about 12 different brands. So at this particular moment in my career, I'm doing brand development and product development for all of the brands. So it's a lot of product, but it's great. Super challenging and just always like endlessly creative.
And that's where you get your new title, Inventor.
Invent. Yeah.
Inventor.
My latest brand that we launched was a CBD brand that we started from scratch 2 years ago called Sprouted Soul. So we're putting a lot of emphasis on health and wellness at the moment, and then taking a spin with makeup. Obviously, the world's going through a different experience, so people are still wearing makeup, and it's just a matter of adjusting your makeup look to fit your lifestyle.
And I'm super excited about the show. You've put together a great show. We have some new launches that we're going to talk about for those people that know Bodyography, and then we have an amazing, like, super fast put together look with one palette that she's going to show us a lot of ways to use. So we'll talk first about Bodyography's whole clean aspects. So a lot of people are very interested in that it is fragrance-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free, paraben-free, sulfate-free, vegan. This is something that you are now doing for the whole brand, correct?
Exactly. So Bodyography has been around for quite a long time. It was actually one of the original mineral-based cleaner makeup brands on the market. And that was before the term green and clean beauty was even mentioned in our industry. So Bodyography has always been about developing products that are good for you, good for the environment, good for your skin. We want your skin and want you to look good with makeup on as well as with makeup off. So that's all about two different aspects, what you put in your products and what you leave out. So we are clean beauty without compromise is our tagline. It's kind of our new tagline. We're in a little bit of a rebrand at the moment. We never compromise performance and we never compromise ingredients. We really want to make sure that you get the best of both worlds with Bodyography.
And we are very proud to partner with Bodyography here at Beauty Care Choices because that just matches with our mission as well. We want everything to aid in the wellness of your health, and healthy is beautiful, right?
It certainly is. And with makeup too, it's sometimes clean beauty, it doesn't have as many options and doesn't have as many super pigmented colors, and HD and 4K and, for the professionals out there. But we managed to bridge the gap between those professionals and just the everyday beauty lover. So I'm so excited to show you some of our new products. I've been very busy over the last 2 years developing some new stuff. So can't wait.
You have. So we're going to start just right off the top, because I just wouldn't skip this product, and I know you already have it on, is the primers. The primers
Yes.
are literally for probably, I've been using these for many, many, many years. And I really, really love the primers. Tell us about the graphic that we have. Why do we have green and purple and these different colored primers? And a primer is what you put on before you add makeup.
Exactly. And this is a perfect graphic. So you'll see on either end, there is your clear and your hydrating. So those are like your everyday. If you don't have any other skin issues that you want to work on, you'd use your clear primer or your hydrating, depending on if you want more oil control or more hydration. And then in the center, those are our color corrective primers. A lot of brands use color corrective concealers that are quite thick, and you're just layering more product onto the skin. What we believe is you can correct the issues beforehand so you don't have to put on so much makeup, and that your skin still gets to breathe and you get to feel like yourself. So green is going to correct any redness, rosacea, acne, scarring, any kind of broken capillaries on the skin. Then we have the neutral primer, which is that peach shade, and that's going to counteract any blue tones. So veins that show through, port wine stains, bruises, just if you have delicate skin, you can see through it. It's going to brighten up and even out the complexion. And then we have the purple, which is for sallow, yellow, often tired looking skin. I'm going to be a new mom. I'm feeling very tired at the moment. I'm loving the purple primer. It adds
7.5 months pregnant. I hope I can say that, but I'm so in awe of you.
Thank you. And then the last one there is actually a glowing primer. This has a pigment in it, so it's primer. It has the primer, a little bit of bronzer, and a little bit of shimmer. So with our primers, they create a barrier between your skincare and your makeup. You put them on after your skincare, and then you wait about a few seconds, put on your primer, and then put your foundation on. It's going to keep everything lasting beautifully all day, soften fine lines and wrinkles, soothe redness. It really, once you start using this product, you don't go back. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's so, the texture is amazing. It's almost like a gel liquid type texture, but it's very fast absorbing and dry. It really absorbs and dissipates, I guess, quickly. In order to put on your foundation. So then we'll switch to your new launches. You have 2 new babies in the brand. The one that you've already put on your face is the Pro Perfect Foundation. And what a beautiful stick, easy app.
It's so easy to use. So what's great about this product is it's super multi-use. You can use it as a foundation, a concealer, and a contour stick to add bronzer. And because it's a stick, it's so easy. You just draw it right onto the skin. I'm personally shade Golden, which is the 5th shade from the lightest. But I also sometimes use Wheat. And then if I want to pick a darker color, I will go like 3 shades darker than my skin tone, and I'll use that to kind of contour in the cheekbones and add some warmth back into the skin. So right now, I have this all over. My personal preference of applying it is I take like a buffing brush like this, and I just buff the product onto my face. And this has vitamin E. It's really moisturizing. I would call it like a buildable medium to full coverage.
Oh my gosh, what a great technique. I would never have thought. So that way too, if you're using them in the salon and you don't want to put it on anyone's skin so you keep it clean and sanitary, use your brushes that you can re-clean. So that's great.
Or you can use a spatula and just chop off a little bit and put it on a plate or a palette, and that way you can make sure that nothing gets cross-contaminated between the salon.
I love your colors. Your tones in all of your foundations are very realistic to skin tone matching. So I always find that to be so helpful, that you really create such just small distinctions that are so perfect for matching your skin tone well.
And we do this based off of the feedback from our clients, and we fill in gaps in our other complexion categories that could potentially need more lighter shades, more cool tone shades. So now, with the addition of this particular product, we have over 50 different foundation shades to choose from across Bodyography. So there's definitely something for everybody.
Absolutely. So we aren't going to feature them today, but they do have the liquid foundations, the pressed foundations, the mineral foundations. So all of the different products, if your type of foundation isn't more of a cream stick, but you like more of the liquids or the powders, definitely check out Beauty Care Choices. They have those as well. So the other new
And if you
launch,
haven't tried a stick foundation, though, try it.
Try
yourself,
it.
because it's different to your traditional liquid or tinted moisturizer, but you can still get a really natural, gorgeous look using this product, or you can just go for it like war paint and be really full coverage. So it's totally up to you how you want to adjust the finish of this product.
So Lori, what is the actual texture on it? Does it end up going more matte, or does it have more of a shine to it?
So this is more of like your satin texture. So it's kind of in between matte and glowy. Personal preference, I like to have more of a glowy complexion. So I'll even sometimes put a few drops of facial oil on my brush first, or just directly onto my skin, so that it shears out as opposed to it being like full coverage. Because like you'll see next, I like to add more coverage with concealer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great tip to thin it out with a little bit of oil. And then we're moving on to the Skin Slip for full coverage. It's a full coverage concealer. Brand new product, just launched, your second new baby.
This is something I've been working on for a really long time. We've wanted to expand and enhance our concealer category for a while now, and it took forever to develop this formula. But this is a super full coverage, 35% pigment, so really intense amount of pigment in there.
Yeah.
And it has glycerin as well. So the glycerin is going to hydrate the skin, especially the under eye area. And that right now is like my point of concern, because I'm just not sleeping due to being pregnant. So I like to take this directly underneath the eye, and I'm going to show you a trick, because I like to use two colors. Let me get the hair out of the way. I like to do that, and then I'll take a lighter color and just put two dots in between. And that's how I like combo my under eye awakeness.
Make yourself a little more awake. And then again, using a brush. I love everyone's new different techniques in application, but
so I love a brush. For me, like a brush is an extension of my hand, and I don't like getting makeup on my hands. So for me personally, I always like to use a brush, but you can also go in with like a fluffy eyeshadow brush, because it's much smaller and you can really pinpoint exactly where you want to add coverage, which I like to do as well.
Yeah, I always like to use a smaller brush like that in the corners right here, because it kind of smooths out that skin as well. It's looking tired.
Exactly.
And so you're
I just always put a
you're doing a little bit of, this is contouring and concealing of sorts by using your variated colors, correct?
Exactly. So I'm kind of doing a reverse contour. I'm highlighting areas that I want the light to hit. I always put a little bit between the brows, underneath the eyes, and generally I'll take whatever's left on my brush and just take it over the eyelid, just because you don't want your lids to be a different color than the rest of your face.
Creating the full canvas.
The full canvas. And I'm all about skin. You know, I wear makeup every day. I come to this office, I'm doing online education and Zooming and FaceTiming with clients. So for me, it's all about your skin looking really beautiful and fresh. So I will focus a lot of my time on skin, and then just add like a little something at the end.
Love it. Okay, so now this next product, the Perfect Palette, I'm very excited about, because you have so many different ways in which we can use this gorgeous, gorgeous palette.
Yes.
So on top of it has a great mirror, so you can do it anywhere, you know, if you need to freshen up on an airplane, or when we used to get to travel, or, you know, at your hotel, or even keep it in your purse, you know, right, going into a new meeting, keep it on your desk for a Zoom. So how do you start from where you're at right now? How do we get almost your full face with this palette?
Okay, so I always like to work in stages. So I always do my skin first. So right now my skin looks nice, but it's one dimensional. There's no contours, there's no warmth to the skin. So right on this side here, we have a blush and a bronzer. So I'm just going to go in with my blush brush and take it into the bronzer, which is a really nice color called Sand Dune. And I just start by adding a little bit of warmth just to the cheekbones. And that's going to help to add structure to the face. And it's going to act almost like a blush and a bronzer in one. And you can see I'm not doing like stripes. I'm really diffusing it and blending it so that it looks really natural. So I do that on the cheekbones, along the forehead, and the jawline.
I want to say good morning to Babley, Jen W., Karen, Rebecca, Peggy, James Charles. Hi, sister. We have some people out watching already and learning from your techniques. Thank you for being here and showing us all your skills from your years of creating cool products.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. So as you can see, now I have a little bit of definition on the cheeks. Then I like to go in with the blush just a little bit. And I smile and I take the blush up onto the cheek, kind of almost above the cheekbone. And this helps also, if you're tired, to lift your entire face and to make you look like you're really happy and you're having the best day ever. Blush really helps to do that. So to me, blush is an essential part of makeup as well.
That's so cool. You know, I honestly would choose either the bronzer or the blush. So I probably wouldn't have thought to mix the neutral tones with the rose tones. I love this. Yeah. That looks beautiful.
You definitely want to use both because one's going to add warmth and definition and one's going to like perk you up and add a rosy glow. So just speaking to that the same amount of products, I'm also going to take a little brush back into that bronzer shade. And this is when I start to like bring everything together. So I just take it into the crease right here. And it's really soft and smooth. And anyone can do this. Tap your product off because you tend to get too much makeup on your eyes otherwise.
And then it drops down on your cheeks and you have that mess to clean up.
But take it right through that crease, and that just is going to start to help us place where we want to put the rest of our makeup. And what's even amazing about this palette too is this third color is actually, it's an eyeshadow technically, but it can be used as a highlighter. It's called Devoted. So you can actually take your blush brush into Devoted and put it onto the tops of your cheekbone for an added little glow.
Amazing. So that is the one you have the pink at the top and then you have the white and then the next one over is Devotion.
That's what, yes, right here. This one here, Devoted. So you can use this as an eyeshadow, as a highlighter. And we call these expressions because you can really use them any way you want. So maybe it's as an eyeshadow, as brows, all over your body, all over your skin. So I can show you further how I would start to build on this look.
Definitely. All with one palette.
All with one palette, exactly. So now, just to show you, I'm going through with a spoolie onto the brows, and I haven't really been getting many treatments done with everything going on and being pregnant, so my eyebrows are crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with one of these brown tones down here on the bottom.
Okay.
They're matte brown, and I want to just lift right here and fill in any areas where there's like bald spots. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to take my little brush right to the arch of the brow and I'm going to lift it up because it's going to help me look more awake. And that's honestly my goal for any makeup look right now is to look more awake.
Yeah, feeling you're already conscious about being tired, right? Karen says your blush looks so natural. Loving this. We're doing blush, we're doing contouring, we're doing eyeshadow, and we're doing brows now with this one perfect palette.
And keep in mind, you know, we're wearing masks at the moment. You know, we wear masks here in our office. We wear masks everywhere you go. Normally, people can tell your emotions by your smile, but now it's all by your eyes. So if you're excited to see someone, your eyebrows are going to raise. If you're mad at someone, you're going to look at them like this. So to me, eyebrows are one of the most important parts of our makeup look these days. So I always take a little bit of extra time just to naturally fill it in, and then whatever's left on the brush, I take in this center area right here. Eyebrows don't have to be complicated. You just want to follow your shape, and then you want to fill in where you're missing some hairs or some sparse areas.
Tell us about the brush you're using. You have a spoolie on one end, and then you have the filler inner on the other. That's a great brush. I love that.
Exactly. So this is the Bodyography Brow Lash Brush. So you can use it to separate your lashes. I like to use it to go through and comb through the bushy eyebrows. And then you can also use the edge of this brush for your eyeliner as well.
Oh.
So something that I really like to do with this particular palette is I'll go in with that same fluffy brush I used earlier for the crease into one of the mid-tone kind of brighter colors on the end. And I'll just take it and do what's called a wash of color. You literally wash the color all over the lid. Super, super simple. I'm not using any like precise application, just onto the lid. And then I'll go back in with that little angle brush into a dark brown, and I'll start to add a little bit onto the outer corner. And this is going to act almost like a soft day eyeliner. This has been my go-to look that I've been doing lately.
I love this, and I will have to say though, those of us with not very much eyebrow are very jealous of your beautiful eyebrows.
Thank you. They're a little bit crazy at the moment. I was like, I'm going live talking about beauty, and I haven't had my eyebrows done in 3 months.
You look amazing, and yeah, those of us that can't get those nice full eyebrows, we're a little brow envious. And now we're doing eyeliner with the same palette.
So, same palette. I'm using this color, this dark brown color, which is called Sable, which is a really nice brown. And I'm taking just the edge, and I'm drawing up slightly on the outer corner, almost like a wing liner, but it's so much easier when you use powder because it's just a lot softer.
And this is just going to help
to much more forgiving, exactly. And it's just going to lift. And I don't know if you can see, but it just lifts up slightly. And like I told you, my day-to-day makeup is all about looking alert and awake and fresh. And this is just such an easy thing to do. I'm not great at liquid eyeliner, so I always opt for powders first because they're a little easier to manipulate. So that's normally what I would do, and whatever's left on the brush, just take it on the lower lash line, just on the outer corner.
That's exactly what I did this morning as well. I know
you look beautiful, by the way. Your skin is so glowy, and your eyes are blue and absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So you look very, very, very nice.
Well, I appreciate that. My Bodyography perfect palette look, but I'm not confident enough to do it on camera, so we need you.
You know, this is what I do. So as you can see, super easy, super easy eye look. And then if you want to bump the eye look up before you put your mascara on, because I like to get everything done on the eyes first, this would be a good time to add your glitter pigment.
Yeah, let's show the glitter pigments. I think this is one of the coolest things in your line.
I agree. This is the favorite. I call this the cult favorite. This is kind of what Bodyography is known for at the moment. And we launched our first glitter pigments 5 years ago. So we were the first brand to come up with anything like this. And it's just such an amazing, unique product because you can apply it with your finger. It adds that extra instant dose of glam. I'm actually going to go in with a color called Celestial or Sparkler. Well, maybe I'll use Sparkler. So Sparkler is a really pretty warm gold. And you can apply this just with your finger or a brush. So you can just take your finger in there. And what I'm going to do is pop it in the inner corner so that wing still has its own moment. But I'm taking this just in the inner corner with my finger, and it's primer infused, so you don't have to worry about any fallout. It's going to last all day. And it just looks
sparkles up your eye.
So it sparkles up your eye. And I always say to people, if you have something important to say to someone, make sure you don't have a glitter pigment on because they won't listen to you. They'll be distracted by the glitter. And it really is distracting. So just pop it right over, and it honestly looks like you spent a lot more time on your makeup. Anytime I wear this, people are like, I wish I knew how to do that. I said, do you know how to take your finger in a pot of glitter and put it on your face? You can do it. Anyone can do it.
You can do it too.
And it has no age range too. So people always say, well, I'm 55, I'm almost 60, whatever it may be. I can't wear glitter. Not true. This actually isn't glitter. This is shimmer and mica and pearls. So firstly, it's good for the environment. And secondly, it's not going to fall into your eyes and fine lines and wrinkles and accentuate. It's just going to enhance your eyes. So that's why it's really great for everyone.
Michelle says that's my favorite product, is the most stunning glitters. So the one that Lori is using is the highlighted one right in the center. Beautiful color, and it did just add an extra glam to you. So beautiful.
It's so pretty. I love these, and you can really build them as well. One of my little tricks is you can take a brush and you can wet it with water, or if you have our Ready, Set, Go makeup setting spray, you can spray this, dip it into your pot, and it's going to turn what's a soft glitter into more of a metallic foil. Ooh. So you can really play with it and make it a little bit more intense, maybe for New Year's Eve, maybe just for a night at home with wine and a movie, because that's what we do now. But there's so much fun to play with.
For your own selfie sesh, whoever,
exactly.
Whatever you're doing on your Friday night.
We're all on camera now, regardless of whether it's a profession. We're FaceTiming with family. We're Zooming with colleagues. We just want to feel our best. So just doing a little bit of something, to me, makeup is about accentuating and enhancing what you have. So it's not about going like full drag unless that's what you want to do on a daily basis. It's just about doing a few little things that are going to really just make you feel better and make you perform better in your day-to-day life. So that I think makeup can do wonders. It's a special skill.
It really sets your mind. I think it gives you a mindset, of just when you first started the show, we've kind of watched you wake up with your makeup, and you started saying, I'm pregnant right now. I'm extra tired. I just don't feel, and then as you get your makeup on, your face just starts to glow, and you can feel your energy rise with it at the same time,
You're so right. And that's funny because earlier this morning I was like, ugh, why am I in such a funk? And I think it's honestly because I walked in here with no makeup on. and I, like I told you, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but it's still enough to give you confidence to start your day. And, a lot of us have been working from home, feeling pretty drab, and it's just a nice way to treat yourself. A little treat. Why not?
And so the last two products that you need to complete the look are my two favorite products in beauty, mascara and lips. So which one do you want to do first?
Mascara.
Let's do our mascara. Epic. I honestly, this is the coolest brush too.
This is such a cool mascara. So it has, as you'll see, it has double-sided. So one side is small bristles, and you want to use the small bristles to stamp fullness at the base of the lash. Then you would flip it around and use the long brushes to brush through. So I'm not a very good talker while I apply mascara, so give me just 1 second.
Yeah, I'll kind of talk us through it. But who knew? I honestly didn't know that either. I'm not a makeup artist by profession. I do hair when I was behind the chair, and have done makeup before. But makeup has come so far. And since I was actually doing makeup, I used to do makeup. And I can't believe all the new inventions. When we were doing makeup before, the brushes were much more of a bushy kind of bristle brush. And kind of through the years, they've turned into a little bit more of these more, formed bristles instead of bushy.
These are like a silicone plastic brush, and there's just much more freedom in creating what you want. With a regular bristle brush, you can make it tapered, you can make it wider, but with this, you can have different size bristles, you can have flexibility to them. So for us, if you'll see it, it's curved. Mm-hmm. We wanted our brush to actually complement the shape of your eyes and the shape of your lashes. So it fits and curves, and then you just pull up at the edges. And I'm not like a massive lash girl because I don't have amazing lashes, but I love mascara.
I am a massive lash girl. I love mascara. And someone once told me that for every decade you're alive, you need an extra coat. And she hoped to get to 10 coats of mascara.
All right, I'll take that. So then we got to do one more then for me.
There we go. And I think honestly, this brush is the coolest because you do have the choice of if you're just doing a quick, more like out the door kind of sport look, but want your mascara on, you could use the smaller side and just get a quick, or you can really volumize it out with the bushier side to really stretch those lashes, lengthening.
Exactly. And then this particular mascara has a really cool ingredient called wide lash that is actually, it acts as if it's a hairspray for your lashes. And because of the shape of the wand, you don't have to use a curler. It's going to actually shape and structure your lashes. Me personally, I mean, I work in beauty. I'm sitting here at my big vanity in my office. I must have 100 lash curlers. Where are they? No idea. I can't find them no matter what. So I'm always like searching for it, and then I just grab my Epic Lash, and it helps to curl and shape your lashes for you and just really enhance it, especially if you have light colored eyes and blonde hair. You probably don't look like you have any lashes without mascara because of your fair features. So the mascara is really going to help to create almost like an eyeliner look and shape on your eyelid.
Absolutely.
So I
I
always
look like a
recommend.
completely different person without mascara on because my lashes are really fine and thin, but I have a long lash, so that way mascara does a lot too for my eyes.
Oh, it's like probably super transformative. So I always love to use mascara, even if I'm just wearing like a little bit of concealer and running out the door.
Yeah.
I feel a lot more awake with mascara, 100%.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
you
it
guys
keeps
can
me
see.
from rubbing my eyes all day long too. So I feel like it protects the skin around my eyes by having mascara on because it stops me from rubbing them. Like just
Yeah.
consciously, I know I have mascara on, don't rub my eyes, especially on days when I'm having itchy allergy eyes. As long as I have mascara on, I won't tear apart the skin by itching them. So,
Well, and that brings to a good point. I just want to give you a tip. A lot of people always say my mascara runs.
oh,
No matter what mascara I use, even if it's waterproof, it runs, it crumbles. You have to make sure that if you have product on your face, that it's set. So if you have, like for me, I don't really have that issue because I have dry skin, but you want to make sure that if you have concealer on underneath, and I'll just do this now. Why not? You want to take a little bit of powder, any powder, it doesn't matter what it is. You can actually use the perfect palette, that light color that's in there, and just take something underneath
right
the
here.
second shade. Yep. So you can actually use that and just pop that on underneath your eyes, and it's going to stop the mascara from transferring. And same thing for your lids. Even if you're not wearing eyeshadow, take a little bit of powder all over your lids, and then you're not going to have that issue. So it's just a little quick tip that'll stop your mascara from
Running all over. So we're going to finish up this gorgeous face look with your lips, and we have the Fashion Texture Lipstick is what we chose for today, which I love.
Yes.
These. They're so easy to apply.
So this is one of my babies. This is our fabric texture lipstick, and it's meant to be like your favorite t-shirt. So you know that shirt you grab that you wear under a blazer, that you wear to bed, that you wear with jeans and a leather jacket. It's like your soft, sexy partner in life. So the way that I like to apply this is use it almost like a stain. So as opposed to applying directly and getting like a full opacity, I like to blot it onto my lips like this.
I always make faces when I watch people do makeup. Yeah. I'm sure the whole time I'm going like this.
So you're pressing the pigments into your lips, and because it's a matte finish and they're powder coated pigments, it's not going to come off on your mask and be really uncomfortable either. So you just press in, rub together, and you're almost like creating a concentrated stain onto your lips. And I'm using the shade Sateen, which I love. It's like a neutral, muted, rosy pink. It has jojoba oil in it and coconut oil, so it's really, really moisturizing. You can, of course, go on and add more if you'd like, but I prefer to have that stain effect because even when the residual like top layer rubs off, if you're eating or drinking, it's still going to be on there.
That's wonderful. So you do have the liquid stains, the complete matte, non-transferable, and then you also have the other lipsticks, just a nice, full lipstick. But these were my favorite. I like that you chose to use these because you almost get the best of both worlds. You get, kind of a nice, easy, reapplicable lipstick, but then it's also staining for the non-transferable and long-term benefits.
It's going to be long wearing, a modern matte finish, super comfortable on the lips. And if you haven't tried a matte lipstick because maybe they've crumbled or been too drying, you have to try this one because it feels like a lip balm when you apply it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's such a beautiful range of shades. I'm so happy that we're getting into fall, winter now. We can embrace our reds and our currants and berries. And I just can't say enough good things about this lipstick. And another thing, because it's not sticky, you can take it right onto your cheeks and you can blend it out and make your very own cream blush. And that way it brings in together, ties everything together, and I think makes it look really polished and pretty.
You're full dewy. I mean, you just look ready to go. It's so beautiful. I love the colors that you've chose with these also. They're all very practical and very usable. I almost think that we need to sell them as a set because it's literally like a lipstick for every occasion that you need. Your basic nudes, your deeper fall colors, your even springy colors it's just beautiful.
Yeah, there's a coral pink and a more cool tone pink. I really wanted to make it like your wardrobe of colors. Just like you said, like something for every occasion. So it's a really special formula. If you haven't tried it, I suggest that you do. And the great thing too is that you honestly can't mess up. These flatter every skin tone and every undertone. So it's gonna, no matter what, one of these shades are gonna work for you for sure.
Thank you so much. We have created a special collection off of the products that Lori used today. It is the Perfect Palette, the Epic Lash, and 2 of your glitters. And then all you have to do is throw in your perfect lipstick, whatever your choice is, and you've got the look. You can obviously do the whole look without the glitters if you just want more of a casual day look. But we suggest try the glitters because it's not just glitter. Definitely. It really is just a smooth sparkle. I am afraid of shimmer usually, but I love these glitters a lot.
Oh, they would look so pretty on you. Sparkler or Stellar, any of the warmer gold tones with blue eyes just looks so beautiful. And they're not your traditional glitter, so don't be afraid of them. And listen, worst comes to worst, wipe it off. Try something else. It's just makeup. It's not permanent, so it's okay.
Absolutely. And it's always fun to try. I think right now is when we want to try. Kayla's saying you look beautiful and she wants that lipstick. Thanks for joining us, Kayla.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think we've really done a great job at covering the brand and thank you for giving us so many tips on how to create the on-the-go look with one palette, which I think people are looking for kind of some diversity and then also something cost conscious, you know, of it's something that they can really do. Another thing that Allie, my assistant, wanted me to bring up that I think is amazing is how eco-friendly you guys are, is that all of these have the refills available, the sustainability factor of the brand, which I really appreciate.
Exactly. So the bigger palettes the Perfect palette that I used, as well as our Pure Pigment palette, these all are refillable. So you just have to repurchase the tester pans and you can pop them right in. So for us, it's really important, especially for artists who use their product all the time. We also have a Silk Cream foundation palette, which is refillable. And just overall, for us, it's important, you know, in the beauty industry, it can be so wasteful that we use as little amount of plastics. All of our products, once the makeup is gone, can be recycled. Our palettes, too, can be recycled. You just got to take the mirror off. That's a little fun fact. You can't recycle mirrors. So you just cut the mirror out, throw everything else away. For me, in 2016, we reduced 35% of our use of plastic in our products. So that's something that I try to continuously do. It is definitely, I said before, product development was challenging. No, sustainability is challenging. But it's our world has come really far, so we're working on it. It's a constant work in progress.
I really appreciate you doing that. I want to show the rest of your palettes just really quickly because I think they're so beautiful. There's a vivid palette, a summer palette. These are just great essentials, and a lot of people kind of hesitate buying palettes because they'll maybe use one color a lot more than the other colors. And so that was one of the reasons I wanted to bring up the sustainability factor is you really can just replace that one color to keep your palette going. So when your favorite color runs out, it's not like you have to, you know, be done with the palette. Just replace that one and keep going. And that's wonderful.
Exactly. And these little palettes are specifically amazing because they pack a lot of punch. They're about the size of an iPhone. They can literally fit in your back pocket.
Yeah.
So what's great about these is it has like the trend colors, the everyday colors, and it is a more trend-driven palette. So we did keep it much smaller. Our Pure Pigment and our Perfect palette that I used earlier are really like the everyday part of your makeup kit palette. So, but these are so much fun and nice and handy for a makeup kit as well because they're so small. And they still have a mirror so you can do your little makeup touch-up on the go.
Yes, that is great. Well, thank you so much, Lori. I think we all know a little more about Bodyography and are inspired to try some of your new tips. I really appreciate you being here with us.
Of course, my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And if you guys ever have any questions, you can send me a DM on Bodyography's Instagram. I do all of the social media. So you just at Bodyography is the best place if you're struggling to find a foundation. We can pick a shade for you, and then you can go to Beauty Care Choices and make your purchase.
And as always, hashtag Bodyography with any of your cool looks because Lori loves to see what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
It's her baby come to life.
It's my baby come to life. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Good luck
really
on your pregnancy and
me.
have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, bye-bye. She was such a delight, and I am just so pleased to get to know her. I've worked with Bodyography for years, and I love her creative direction. So if you have any further questions on the show, remember everyone answering our phones is a licensed cosmetologist, and they can answer your questions right at the number below, 866-409-7227. Bye for now, and have a great weekend.